Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining Archangel Alts. And we're starting, this is the first of our new series we're going to be doing. Make sure that I've got this right. Looks like I've got it right. We should be good. And you should be able to hear us. All right, so an interesting time to be doing this, but we're going to be doing a new series that will be something that we keep up to date in the free section, but we're going to be doing a more extensive version with a category where we add to the thread on each coin. This is our Archangel Alts cryptocurrency spotlight, where we focus on a single coin or token and just show some, deeper information about that. Our first one that I'm going to be doing, and I will give you full disclosure right up front that sometimes these are ones that we trade, that we like to trade, and we might even have current positions in them, and other times they might be ones that we don't really like so much, or we may not be trading on, and we're not looking to heavily influence you in one way or the other. But I do think that it is important for opinions and bias to be included in the process of somebody that you're going to be following to try to learn information from. So unlike fake news and unlike the journalists and reporters that are given an obligation to just present information to you and not give you just their twist on that information, you're not there. You're looking for information from your news. But when you're looking for commentary, you should know that you're getting commentary. So you will know flat out, certainly, and for absolute unquestionable certainty that when I have an opinion, I will let you know it's an opinion. And I do have some very strong opinions. So here we are at OST. You have your absolutely typical, couldn't be any more typical, this is the way the market's gone. 60% drop, 50% drop, another 60% drop, which once you get to that point, you can't even see it. So actually this was, So that's what you can see from here to our current range around the 500s, and where we were at the very beginning. Of course, we're not really including that, but let me get to the original spike. Really, this is fair. So, moving an entire decimal over, basically 10,000 down to 500. And starting to show the kind of movement that says, yes, we're in the game. Yes, we're going to start to correct, but it's all dependent on Bitcoin and what it decides to do, those behind it decide to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to where we can look at this information over here. And I have my OST loaded up where you should be able to see it clearly. So this is the homepage for OST, the coin. Pardon me? OST.com. Powering blockchain economies for forward-thinking businesses. OST partners reach more than 300 million users. Okay, that's a good number. Our APIs, SDKs, which is a development kit, dashboards, wallets, and protocols provide everything you need to integrate branded tokens in minutes. So I'd imagine ERC20 most likely. There's other ERCs that are available. So we're looking at, they do a live event type stuff. I like to see that there's a steady schedule of stuff going on. That's one of the indicators that they're not just, we're here to do a launch, get on the exchanges, make some money, and then cash out. Those are, going to get thinned out more and more. Probably more so in Cryptopia than elsewhere. So I like what I'm seeing. They're keeping you up to date with everything that's going on with their projects. That's December, November, and it just keeps going back. I'm actually looking at the dates at the very bottom. So I see this getting closer, and January, February 1st. All right, every single month seems to be represented in their updates, their newsletter type updates. Really good stuff. Scalable token economies. OST is designed for internet-grade transaction volumes and speeds. OST leads development of the OpenST protocol for launching branded token economies for mainstream businesses and OpenST Mosaic, a scaling solution for finalizing many thousands of transactions per second asynchronously on Ethereum at low cost. Obviously, low cost is one of the important aspects. People that on board that are general public and not, deeply high tech like the first 5, 6, 7 years of the 10-year climb of Bitcoin, has been more in the cryptography and tech geek range of things. So you can see that here's their things that allow you to program into their system. You could probably create wallets and even integrate them into, trading back and forth by using their development kits. Very cool. This lets you know about regulations and stuff. So here's their partners. Gush Cloud, Unsplash, Meters, Plus, and brands. Passkit, LGBT, Wooshi, Flowship. Meet our partners and alpha challenges. Okay, we're going to go over all this stuff from their website in the paid section where we just cover a lot of important information to be able to track what coins are doing. I'll go into a little bit about why I think that's important. Let's say you're on your exchange. In fact, let's do the visuals. Binance client. Boom. Here we are. All right, so here's the coin, and let's say we're looking at what's going on, and we're interested in trading, and we see that there's some Morse code going on here, but there's some movement. It needs to move about a little more than 5 points in order to make 1%. You really only need about 0.7 to make 0.5% and to make good movement. Pretty smart. But let's say that you get in a position. Let's say, okay, this is a perfect example. You've been watching the climb. You didn't get in here. You were very cautious. You didn't get stuck down here. You're happy about that. You're watching it come up, and you say, okay, I want to get in. Well, okay, I didn't get in there. I tried to. I want to get in here. Okay, I missed that one. All right, it's still going up. It's still going up. And, this is where you are in time. And you see this, and you're like, okay, I'm going to try getting in here. And it actually 620 is where it went. Okay, so let's say, this is getting a little bit more and more like you should have watched it. But let's say that you get in. Oh, goodness, let's make it a little bit easier here. Let's say you get in here at 597 and you're wanting to get like 10% or 20% or something crazy. Or you got in here at 607 and you're wanting to do 20%. Or you got in here at 613 and you want to do more than 1%. And you set in your limit order for 622, and then this comes next. And you're going and you're like, oh dear, well, maybe on this one it'll get it. Oh no, it only made it to 597. Maybe on this one, oh no, I needed it at 626. 595. Now it seems like it's starting to go down. Oh no, what do I do? Should I put a stop loss? Should I sell it and take a loss? It's sitting down here. Where should I go? What should I do? So at that point in time, I like to brush up on my fundamental analysis. You have fundamental analysis FA and technical analysis TA. So I can do all the technical analysis in the world, but once I match it up with fundamentals, I get a much broader picture. So first of all, you should have looked to see how high the peaks were to begin with. In the 620s is rather high for right now, but if you're looking at what I like to do is only coins that I believe in the lifetime average. Then if you look in comparisons, 620 is down here. This was a spike that happened less than 2 weeks ago. So as we get beyond that, I like looking a little bit as we go along here. You can do this in CoinMarketCap too and select your section. I'm just staying here for now. So you can see that we've been, doing the trend that's going on, but doing it better than most coins actually. These, anything above 700 is actually pretty impressive for at that point in time. But where was it to begin with? It was, in the 9,000s? So, 900 went down to 800, went down to 700, 600, and now we're in the high 500s. This spike right here was only back in, September? Yeah, 1100, so we're talking double. So, let's say that we're looking at, 1900. Even in the 600s, it's less than a third than this peak that happened only back in August. Okay, when we look at wherever, I mean, there's absolutely nothing similar to a bull run in here. This is, just regular FUD and FOMO movement with the bots trading in, with the manipulation of Bitcoin and the hard drop that happened. We haven't even got, right here. This dip, you can actually visually take everything here and assume that it probably would have been holding over 1300, because this is a hard climb up, and at least half of that would have already happened here. You know what? I would say maybe 1100, maybe 1000. Okay, but still much higher than where it has already done. So the recovery is on its way. I mean, obviously anything technical could happen in the process. All of this is, looking at what's happened in the past to base it for the future. But the more that you look, the more that you should have some security that the difference between a drop down to the 580s when you were trying to get to 620 is like literally nothing in the history of the coin. They are very active, which means, that they are, at least giving the appearance of being serious about their growth. So this would tell me that I should hold on to this coin and not worry so much. But better yet, you should have that information before you already start trading the token. And when I make my list of favorites, it's not just because they meet certain criteria that I've talked about on the surface. We'll go into much more detail in the advanced work. But you're going to base that on, once you've put that in your favorites, take it very seriously. Then unless you hear something otherwise and you go scraping for news to see whether there's anything really bad going on with the coin, you should be able to trust your positions. And then it's just a matter of, do you have, $500, $20,000, $100,000 to invest? You should be able to keep moving forward. The trick to the whole thing is not being greedy and being smart. So, I have to remind myself of that at times, because anything less than 100%, and I'm always very hard on myself. So there are temporary times where things have to wait to clear out, and there are other times where it just happens steadily. You wait 1 to 3 days and your holds are gone. Your huddles are gone. So that just gives you a little bit of a feel for how that works. That's the Ripple article. Here we are. Branded Liquidity Platform, OST's branded token exchange, BTEX, will let your customers swap the branded tokens you create for other forms of value. OST is working toward securing licenses worldwide for BTEX on behalf of our clients. Very cool. So here's their roadmap, and I'm going to include a link directly to them so that you can see it. And guys, if you would, I'm going to do a full, even deeper information that will be in our paid subscriber group. So if you see this if you see this on Bitcoin, if you see this on YouTube, please subscribe, ring the bell so you'll get notifications of new videos. They're going up all the time. Please join us on Archangel Alts, and you can join for free. But if you join the paid subscription, you're going to get the more detailed live trading. You're going to learn a lot more there. We'll do, Q&A throughout the whole process. We're going to be working with you side by side. All the things that you'll see in free, but much more in depth, a lot more news, a lot more Q&A. There's our community that we're just starting to build. This is a soft launch. We're very excited about all these things. But we're there to help you navigate. It's so much more than just, hey, I'm trading, with somebody that's teaching me how to trade. You want to stick with it for the long haul, because the industry is going to change every day, not just every week or every month. We'll help you understand the market caps, the volumes, the difference in coins, their positions in the market. Will come, over and over again to do live streams, that we're updating just our customers who are doing the reoccurring $99 a month, which comes to like $3 a day to get all of this extra stuff. So thank you so much for watching. If you like it, share it with others. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. All right, guys. Until later, Archangel Alts out.